Bueno, buenas tardes a todos. Good afternoon to everyone. I'm really very happy because of TEDx, and it gives us, the legacy artists from Neill James, a big opportunity to express ourselves, especially worldwide or the audience. To speak about Neill James, I won't stay here forever, but I met her back in 1969 when I was 7 years old. And there was the Mexican library. I knew that something was going on there. And when I got there, there was already teachers before me teaching the children. So she was some kind of a Buddhist influenced. She lived in some part in Japan. So she did a lot of things for the community. I mean, not only in art, but in many other ways of that fishing and agriculture village of Ajijic. She came here like in 1943. So she saw on the eyes of the children the capacity or the talent. She was a very visionary person. I met her in person. She was probably in her late 80s. I mean, so she was very interested and to give the education of this village, of my village. So she was very preoccupied with the children, the education. And she started these children's art libraries in Ajijic. And she got all this influence by Mexico City, by this Vasconcelos program back in the 40s in Mexico City. So she met a lot of the artists, muralists, and she got this influence by that movement in Mexico, and she applied it to Lakeside through these bibliotecas públicas and through the children's art program. So before Lake Chapala Society came to her home, Quinta Tzintzuntzan, the program already exists. So most of my life I've been along with the children. So one of the very important things that I've been around with the children more than 30 years, before the Lake Chapala Society, I was with the children already. I was already in my teenagers, and I was helping the legacy artists to continue. So what I've been finding out with the children after all these years, I can tell right away which children has talent. Art is good for everybody. But one of the things that I've seen that some children, they just need a little touch or make them confidence. Hey, you're doing fine. That's good. Because in art, there's no limits. There's no rules, especially when the children are from 5 to 12 years old. Everything that you tell them, they absorb everything. I can see sometimes some children, they can reflect some kind of trauma. I will say like 25% of the whole children's group, they have some kind of trauma, and I can tell right away this guy comes from a family that is not functional, or some kind of problems, or any kind of drugs or something. So those are the ones that children need more attention, psychological. And art is a very, very strong tool for them, especially nowadays. So one thing that I've seen, it's that we give them confidence. Sometimes they don't want to speak, or they have some kind of trauma. So come on, do something, whatever you want. You can do everything. So they start doing it. So sometimes they don't do not nice things, some ugly things. But let's not remember that art comes from 2 words: goodness, beauty, and truth. That's art, okay? That's what I've been learning. So sometimes people don't understand art. because they're speaking the truth. Because truth is part of art. Goodness, beauty, and truth. So most of the kids that have trauma, blood, crime, very bad things. But some people said, that's not art. Yes, it is. Because it's a self-expression, especially from the heart, mind and heart. So we are trying to get to start a children's intermediate program. Let's say from 12 to 20 or plus, there are an intermediate program in school, formal school education. But in that age, we would like to continue, grab the talented children the program, the children that I lead at the Lake Chapala Society, grab these talented children, and if they're interested in art, we can give them opportunity to keep developing their art. And this is an intermediate school, program. So we were talking to the Lake Chapala Society. We were talking. We have a legacy artist, and we're trying to make a school for this intermediate education. So these kids will have opportunity to continue in a university level. That's what Neill James did when she was alive. But it stopped since she died. But I'm still there as her legacy, waiting for the future to have I don't want to see my kids in my community fall in drugs. I've been a drug addict 35 years ago, alcohol abuse. But now I changed that. And now we have the potential. The children have potential, especially when they stop drinking or whatever, all that energy, they put it on creativity. So I think that Neill James, she had a tremendous vision in her community. And we've been working for it, and so I still go to the Lake Chapala Society every Saturday, but the program before was every day, Before, we didn't have much TV. We don't have much entertainment and other computer things, which is okay. But one of the very important things that I can tell you, it's a very big mistake if you give a child a coloring book. They're not doing nothing. They're wasting their time. Why? Because you're giving everything. They don't have you don't give the chance to think about the problem to solve. So the problem to solve is the composition. To do a composition, use your imagination. That's very important, especially nowadays. Very, very important to use the creative part of the brain. Because if you give everything to the kid, you ruin it. You're making a robot, or you're making something wrong. Technology is okay, but not always. I think, in my point of view, philosophical point of view, it goes along against creativity, especially in art. Because some of the kids, they bring the computer or whatever, and they start copying. It's okay. But first, you have to learn composition, color. You have to learn the theme. So what you really know what you're doing, because, that's why I don't like to see the children to copy. They don't not using the brain. In my time, when I was a child, of course, we were. This is back in 1969. I was looking at the moon there. If you see the men reach the moon and all that things that were happening in 1969. They were the man going to the moon and all that. That was the only distraction. But before, taking this away, we have all the afternoon, after school, free. So we went to school, to the Mexican library that Neill James founded. So we have all kinds of books. We have all kinds of, and when I was there, I was supposed to read and do my homework first, clean my hands, my face, and everything. And I wanted to go and paint right away. And Angelita Aldana, the first librarian, says, no, first you have to do your homework. And then you have to read at least 15 minutes. So, okay, so we used to do that. And after that, we went to there were two groups, the kids groups and then the older groups. So I haven't stopped painting. I've been painting since 1969. I've been in Europe, I've been in the States, I traveled, and I've done some shows. And not only me, other artists from my time, from my time, and they've been in other countries too. So Neill James' philosophy, so her legacy is working. I just give a little chance to time. So after 50 years, we have the results. We have a professional artist. So we want to continue this legacy on our community. And I think this is a very, very, very good exposure. I think that's it. Thank you.